Hello, in this tutorial we will learn about loops. In Automation Anywhere there are different loops available. We will use loop from action window and let's use an iterator loop. In iterator loop we have different properties, different options available. CSV text, data table, databases, dictionary, email, Excel, all these we can use to iterate through. So in our basic case we will just use simple loop case which will iterate through a number. We can assign this is the number of iteration, how many times we will iterate through a scenario or a case which will work. So I will just assign 5 time iteration and assign a current value to a variable. It's optional. If we leave empty, then it will start from 1. So if I create a variable called counter and default value, set a default value of, let's suppose I will start it from 1. So this is the starting value, this is the number of iteration. So we have set the properties of loop. Now I will use if statement inside the loop. Once we reached end of the loop, then I will display a box. First I will configure the properties of if. Here I can select number, yes, number, source is counter. Say a counter is the iteration number, yes, insert. Now if the current number is equal to 5, then I will display a message box end of loop. End of loop. So once the counter value is 5, then we will see that that's the last iteration of our loop, and we use if statement to check if the number is 5, then we will display a message that end of loop and exect from the loop body. Similarly, we can use a while loop. We can search loop in action window. So yeah, loop in action window. Then here we have 2 loops. First one is iterator and second one is while. We use iterator from now. For this case we will use while loop. While loop is basically a conditional loop. So I can use a number, conditional number, say conditional number. First I will assign a local variable check num with value, let's suppose with value 7, with value 7, then source is 7, then source, sorry, I use different type of variable, edit variable I have to, so we not change the type of variable, so I will delete the variable and create again new variable and select a type number, then check num default value 7. Okay, after that the number, condition number, source is 7. If source means 7 is equal to 7, if 7 if source is less than, yes, less than, let's suppose 10. So I will start my loop from source value, which is 7, and I will traverse through 10. So in conditional loop we have to increment a number. Also in action window we use increment number, enter number is check num, which is 7, increment with 1, and then assign again to check number. Okay, so what we do, we increment a check num with increment 1 and again assign to the check num. So our loop will start for 7, then inside the loop increment with 1 and then assign again to the check num. Here we also display a message at the end of loop. Here I'll display a message. That end of loop, but we miss one step here. We will use message book inside the if condition. Then drag below action inside the if and assign the if properties with number, yes, number, source is check num, yes, insert a check num equal to 10, then equal to 10, the message will display that the end of loop. Why we set condition to 10? Because yes, we can change less than equal to, then this condition will be true. Okay, so in the second loop, we use while loop, which will traverse from 7, which is default value inside the check num, and traverse through 10 and traverse to 10. Now inside the loop we increment check num on every iteration, and after iteration we check a condition. If the check num equal to 10, then it means that it is the end of loop, and at the end of loop we display a message that end of loop. Let's run both loop and check the results. Downloading dependencies, and now bot is running. We start our first loop from 1 to 5 and display a message at the end of the loop. So first loop display a successful message, and then second also display a message. So close. Now execution complete. So in this tutorial we'll just learn the basic idea about for loop and while loop.